Round 2 NPL action found Bentleigh Greens at Jack Edwards Reserve on Friday to face close neighbours Oakleigh Cannons. A 15-minute drive up Clarinda Road is all that separates the two southeastern Melbourne clubs, with bragging rights to play for in this early stage of the 2018 season. The Greens were forced into one change from their squad that defeated Dandenong Thunder in the season opener, with hamstring soreness keeping Chris Lucas out despite an 11th hour fitness test, which made way for new man Velibor Mitrovic to make his first start. Calling today's game courtesy of the FFE radio live broadcast on Mixler, your commentators Teo Palazzeri and Dean Minier.
And we wait on Johnny Barrero's whistle to get round 2 of NPL Victoria started. And there it is, Bentleigh Greens kicking off away to the Oakleigh Cannons. It's Wallace, and now Bosniak through the left side of the penalty area, and players getting in each other's way in the end. Now out to the left side, Pachkovski, very left-footed player, and Zidias was awake to that. And now trying to defend in the air after the ball deflected high. Bosniak, great technique, in shape to take it left-footed. How's his delivery? It falls in the penalty area. There was a lot of grappling going on. Shouts for a penalty kick. Referee unmoved, and it was Marifiotti who was being tussled to the turf. Dean Minier, Konstantinos Stratomitros. In front of him, Wayne Wallace. And who would you say their other central midfielder is next to Wally? We'll come back to that in a moment as Wallace's flick header into the area. Commitment from Bosniak and Scott. Neither of them were going to duck out of that contest, and in the end a ricochet off Ryan Scott as Bosniak lunged for the ball. It's gone out for a corner kick. Marifiotti into the penalty area for Oakleigh through the left side, squares it to the top of the box. Bosniak return pass, just glued to the feet of Marifiotti. He couldn't free them, and eventually he was able to swing and prod his left foot through the ball. Now we've got an Oakleigh player down. Wayne Wallace is sitting right up against the sidelines, and Johnny Barrero, the referee, is insisting he either gets up or walks himself off. And I suspect this could be end of the night for Wayne Wallace, which would be a major blow for the Oakleigh Cannons, because he's on his haunches here.
And stretching his hamstrings, so it's not a good sign.
He might be standing on the field of play, but he's not exactly moving with any great purpose. And the coaching duo of Kontangalakis and Gus Salakis have seen enough. Wayne Wallace is subbed out, and on comes Dean Piemonte in just the 28th minute. So Dean Minier, that is terrible news for the Oakleigh Cannons. They've lost James Carvelis, Janeel, and now Wayne Wallace to injury in the first 3 halves of the season.
Why St Kilda, you say? Maybe because this. Don't forget this. These guys. This. And now this. There's a million brilliant reasons to visit St Kilda.
Drift central, Piemonte, still playing in his much deeper role than what we've become used to seeing him as a starter. And now Marifiotti, space to shoot from distance. It takes a little deflection, but if anything, that was only continuing it in the direction that Ryan Scott was already running. He's able to comfortably pick the ball up. Whenever he tries to accelerate, it's almost like he's telegraphing that he's about to break off into a sprint, and thus his touch is a little bit heavy. Here's Mitrovic now. Plays Thurtell in, and it's blocked away. Foul. Late contact on Mitrovic. He was cleaned up by Pantelidis. So Oakleigh put plenty in the wall. Hicks, one step and into that wall. Maybe a little bit casual, but that's his style. Out to the left, Yankovic. Strokes it to Hicks, edge of the box. Hicks, oh, Jason Hicks. Dynamite in the boots. And it was parried over the bar by Honos. Very little backlift, and he was able to generate such force behind the shot. Goalkeeper Honos equal to it. It's out for a corner. Only game tonight without a goal in the NPL. Repeating that Port Melbourne lead 2-1 away at Green Gully. Foul and advantage paid for Oakleigh. And now Piemonte from distance. Had the crowd going, but Ryan Scott was calm. And perhaps that was enough of a giveaway that it was going to flash wide to the right. And now Pachkovski. Marifiotti, high diagonal ball, great first touch, volleyed on by Bosniak. Decker trying to control the top of the box. It falls to Pachkovsky. He's on his right side though. Webster fell into his back. And the decision is a yellow card for simulation. Ryan Pachkovsky is booked for diving as he went to ground under the challenge of Webster. But the referee has determined that Pachkovsky decided to go in a way that was perhaps not to his liking. And now left-footed cross over the head of Honos. It was nervous goalkeeping, but Potteridis is there to clear it away. Only as far as Zidias, back to Hicks. Bentleigh turning up the heat at the moment. Tyson Holmes driving from distance. And that one is going to be catching the 10.07 from Oakleigh Station. Bentleigh have got their next sub ready, but the board is still being adjusted, so they're not going to make it at this break in play. John Anastasiadis, oh, they are going to make it. Third tell comes off.
Yeah, got spanked by Moreland City, so I reckon Dandy City will do him up there as well.
Clearance now by Ryan Scott after a pass back to the byline was about to get big on him. Through the right side, Bentleigh. It's Kelly, the sub. Deflected cross, and Homos, one-handed attempt, leaves the net open. It's Mitrovic!
1-0.
Bentleigh Green's breakthrough, and it's Velibor Mitrovic, his first goal in green. Honos came charging out of the area, went with one hand, was only able to punch it to Velibor Mitrovic, and he kept his cool. Oakleigh players were back in the 6-yard box, desperately trying to guard the nets. They did not succeed in keeping Velibor Mitrovic out. And it's Bentleigh Greens 1, Oakleigh Cannons 0. 81st minute the goal, and Dean Minear, could that be decisive tonight?
Yeah, very decisive. Velibor Mitrovic, just to keep his composure in that scenario, absolutely fantastic. Kept his composure, but Honos, once again, very uncharacteristic, misjudging the flight of the ball and not getting a punch to it.
Matthews hurls it into the area. It's flicked on, and it's out at the near post for a goal kick. And perhaps that sums up the frustrations that have afflicted Oakleigh tonight as the full-time whistle goes, and it is 3 big points on the road for the Bentleigh Greens. Velibor Mitrovic the difference, and a game which at times looked like it might have been meandering towards a 0-0 draw is instead decided late in the second half with Mitrovic's moment of quality and composure, his strike the difference. Oakleigh Cannons 0, Bentleigh Greens 1, full-time at Jack Edwards Reserve.
Yeah, great win. Local derby as well. Yeah, had to take a 1-0 at the start. Val popped up with a goal, so yeah, brilliant. Great start to the season, not getting carried away or anything, but yeah, like I said, local derby, it's always good to win.
Val, first goal for the club, obviously since joining. It was a bit of mayhem, mate. There was something going on with the keeper and it fell to you. Talk us through the goal.
Yeah, I just saw the cross coming in and I saw the keeper was too late, and then I just took it on my left, saw him come in, I knew he was going to dive in, so I just took it back on my right and just slotted it in.
I'm more thrilled, no doubt the points are very important. I'm more thrilled that the boys are starting to really gel properly now, and we saw a very compact performance today. Really, I think Oakleigh would have created one decent chance, and above that, it was just long, set pieces. That's what's causing us a few issues. But I thought the boys were exceptional today. Midfield worked extremely well. We deservedly got the 3 points.